That was good. Maybe we should have left that until the end, actually, because I don't know if we get another intimate scene like that. Really didn't expect that, though. But I guess I should have. Because, you know, you gotta give your loved one, your significant other, a proper send-off, obviously. Alright. So, who is it? Is it one of the senpais from the track team? I guess it is. Right? Has to be. Because this one is Aryu. Right here, we have Aryu, and actually from the view of Aryu as well. So that's gonna be cool. And then obviously, I think we go with this afterwards, and then for the climax, it's Festival Eve 4, School Festival Day 1. But we did go through the entire... Huh. That's the weird part. We went through the entire main story arc for September. But the concert was on this day, so why is there... Oh yeah, that's day 2. Never mind. Never mind, everything's cool. Date contest 1. Ah yeah, date contest, obviously. It's... Yeah. It's a senpai, yeah. Let's see if they can actually solve things out now. Because it's freaking awkward as fuck what these two have been doing. But it led to something awesome for Yuna. And also for... fuck. Yeah, has been a while since I played the game, but you know what I mean. Or who I mean, rather. My fight with Matsuri continued into September, long after the summer camp. Oh, there we go. This fight is Matsuri's fault. I haven't done anything wrong, that's what I think. Sometimes I hate myself for pushing all those rules onto Matsuri too. But we decided that we had to hold back now so that we could be together forever. Matsuri agreed with that. Yeah, they're both kinda at fault there. We're still students, we live with our parents, and if they threw us out, we'd be in trouble. At least until we're in college and living together, we can't let anyone find out that we're going out. Everyone can see it from a mile away, kinda. That's why we came up with the rules. I think I've compromised with Matsuri enough. I don't forbid her from everything because of the rules. I think I'm very tolerant of the way she sometimes touches me at school. I do get angry, of course. As long as she obeys the rules, I'll go out with her like we're girlfriends. I'd act more like we're together if we would just obey them. Why do they bother her so much? Regardless, back at the summer camp, Matsuri definitely crossed the line. That was clearly against the rules. Just go in a room together, Jesus Christ, what was so hard about that? Just coming onto me at school like that is something I really don't want her to do. That's why I got so mad, because Matsuri disrespected all the things we decided on together. It's kind of funny because, you know, because they were at a room at night where no one actually comes in, but Matsuri could have also just waited until they get back into the room and then, you know, do whatever she intended doing. But we just had Miki and Maki who did that during school, basically in a hideout. Just saying. Because Matsuri disrespected all the things we decided on together. I wish she'd be a bit more serious, like Hina is. I thought that, and then I actually said so to her that I preferred Hina. Then we just went back and forth, and it's been the same since. Matsuri and I are competing around Hina over which one of us she likes better. Well, you know who she likes better now. After starting all this, what we've learned is that Hina is formidable. I don't know how else to say it, she's just formidable. Really formidable. I thought since I started dating Matsuri that I'd gotten passable with my charms, but none of it works on Hina. I'm starting to lose confidence in all of my methods. Then again, she's also acting the same way toward Matsuri, and Matsuri should be so much better at this sort of thing than me. That's made me a little relieved, but in any case, no matter my approach, Hina won't accept my invitations. Matsuri and I should both be inviting her to do things she enjoys, but she won't accept prepositions from either of us. Matsuri will invite her to the cafeteria to treat her to lunch, but Hina turns her down because she has the lunches Yuna-chan makes her. And nothing can beat that. Then I'll invite her to go somewhere to eat after school instead, but she turns down because Yuna-chan is making her dinner. If Matsuri invites her to hang out or somewhere on a weekend, or if I invite her to go shopping, she turns us down because she wants to rest on her breaks, or because Yuna-chan's helping her study. She could be a bit more polite considering it's upperclassmen inviting her. What do you mean polite? If you can't, then you can't, and if you don't want, then you don't want. Doesn't matter, you're standing. But okay, that's, you know, that's Nihon. That's a little bit different than without us, than you know, for us gaijins. But Hina just doesn't seem to care about that stuff. She turns us down so easily, it kind of surprises me. I don't think it's really a question of which one of us she likes more at this point. She's paying impressively little attention to either of our attempts. After all those failures, I guess Matsuri and I both got a little worked up and only started inviting her out more. But Hina keeps turning us down, and more than a month has passed now. This is all starting to feel a little futile. But I just can't lose to Matsuri. I want to get Hina to accept one of my invitations. I want her to think of me as a good senpai just a little bit. Monto there. At least more than Matsuri. And when I was thinking this and planning out how I should approach Hina next, my phone buzzed in my pocket 3 short times. Nice. I'd gotten a text message. I fished out my phone and popped it open. Matsuri's name appeared on the display. A little hopeful, I opened the message. Let's see. I'd come to the club room for lunch at Matsuri's summons. In the back of my mind, I recalled that this was where our fight had started. I was a little hopeful that she might finally be in the mood to apologize. If Matsuri apologized, I was planning on forgiving her right away, and I'd tell her that I felt bad about what had happened too. Yeah, we know that it's not gonna happen. Back in the club room, I found Matsuri and Hina. Hina was there too for some reason. What's going on here, Matsuri? You called Hina here too? Yup. Matsuri's voice and words were both curt. I could tell just from that. She still had no plans to make amends. No one of them does. Hina stayed silent, glancing back and forth between Matsuri and me. At this point, the whole team knows we're fighting. After all, we've barely spoken to each other for the last month and change. Disregarding the reason for it, fights are a normal thing for friends to have. It's irritating, but it's all Matsuri's fault, and I won't act like I'm not upset with her. Hina should understand that too. That and how she is in the middle of our fight. So, what do you want? I wanted to get this over with. I start feeling terrible when I'm with Matsuri. I hate Matsuri for staying mad. I hate myself for staying mad. Listen. How about we stop this? Constantly asking Hina out and getting turned down every time. Huh. Stop it. Well, it's pretty stupid to keep going like this. But do you mean you're going to apologize to me, Matsuri? Nah, if she would, then Hina wouldn't be there. Then So let's have Hina decide today for good. Huh. We'll have Hina decide now. Who's the better senpai, you or me? You'll ask her who she likes better. That's why I called her here too. I see. So you're never going to apologize first, Matsuri. Very well. I don't plan on apologizing either. Let's ask Hina who's better then. And whoever Hina doesn't pick will stay out of it then. Right, so you can't annoy Hina anymore, okay, Mio? I can't understand why you'd act like you've won when Hina will obviously pick me. Jesus. What's that supposed to mean? I wouldn't be so confident. It'll just hurt more later. Now you said it. I hope you don't regret this. Likewise. Hina's voice interrupted the fireworks sparkling between Matsuri and me. Oh yes, Hina. I'm hungry. I'd like to eat lunch. Well, sorry, right, you haven't eaten yet. Even so, getting in between the two of us and saying she's hungry, Hina really has nerves of steel. It's cute how direct she is, and that she's honest. I really wish she was my girlfriend instead. No, you don't. Then could you tell us, Hina? Who do you like better, me or Matsuri? Who's a better senpai to you? It's me, right? It's me, isn't it, Hina? As Matsuri and I pressed her, Hina's gaze bounced between us. Then she appeared to think, silently for a while. Neither. Huh. Neither. Does that mean we really just don't register to her? You're both good senpai. Ah. So that's what you meant. Meaning there's still a difference between us to Hina. Matsuri and I are completely even to her. That's kind of disappointing in its own way, when I think about how hard I've worked this past month. But if she's going to say that now, that doesn't settle things. Right. I'm a little relieved that Hina didn't pick Matsuri. I'm glad that didn't happen. I mean, I don't want that. I don't want Hina to pick her, and I don't want them to get together. But at this rate, nothing will change between us. Both of us want this to be settled. Then I want to do something. We can't keep going on like this forever. When I thought that, I remembered the school festival, which is just around the corner. Let's do this then. The school festival's this weekend, right? Right. Matsuri and I can both take you on a date for the festival, Hina. A date. Yes. We'll each show Hina around the festival for the same amount of time. Whoever entertains her more wins. I see. A date contest. Yes. Matsuri and I will both take her on a date. And afterward, good that you talk about her like she isn't in the room. And afterward, she'll decide which one she had more fun with. Okay, I like it. Then whoever wins gets to go out with Hina. Alright, let's do that. I got it. We'll compete that way then. Is that okay, Hina? You don't have to think too hard about it, Hina. Just go on a date with each of us and then tell us which one was more fun afterward. Then you'll go out with the one you like better, okay, Hina? Okay. That's fine with me, I guess. You guess. She really is honest. I wonder if Hina really understands, especially the going out part is not the date part. Then that's that. There are 2 days of the school festival, so when should we do it? Well, what would you prefer, Hina? I can't on the first day because Yuna, Nea, and I are hanging out. I see, the second day then. Okay, let's have fun, Hina. I'll show you a really good time. Me too, I hope you're looking forward to it. Right up until the end, I still wasn't sure what Hina's words really meant, whether she was okay with this or not, and whether she really understood. Probably not. But for now, we've decided how we're going to settle things between Matsuri and me. A date with Hina at the school festival. And we all know how that panned out. It's gonna be interesting to see how... Well, did she tell them? I guess she did tell them. So that means they are like legally required to fucking make up now. After that. After they get both dumped. The second day of the festival is finally here. Today is Saturday, the autumn equinox holiday. The school festival is open to students' family members, so it's more crowded and lively than yesterday. Miyu and I are standing in front of the main gate waiting for those second day festivities to begin. Still not talking to each other. We're both waiting for Hina, the girl we are both going on a date with today. Thanks to her unexpectedly formidable defense, our fight has reached a stalemate. Today, after we each finally have a school festival date with her, Hina is going to decide which one of us is more fun. We even decided whoever won would get to go out with her afterwards. How did this happen? It's true that we are having this fight because I couldn't control my sexual frustration, but Mio's in the wrong too, and Mio's the one who brought Hina into things first. So I can't back down either. I won't upset on it. I'll never apologize before Mio does. We've barely spoken for the entire last month, leading us to the day. A date with Hina at the school festival, huh? They need someone, honestly, right now, at this point, they need someone like Nena. Nena would have just gone in and say, fucking figure this out now, you fucking idiots. I have to admit it, I'm looking forward to it a little. Hina's cute. Shit. So a date with Hina really isn't a problem. Can I go back one thing? Apparently not. Mia's been silent this whole time. The two of us both came a bit early, so all we're doing is waiting around. I wonder what Mia thinks about this date. We had been too busy last year and the year before to go around the school festival together. Since we were helping with stands voluntarily, which with friends from our class, Miu too, of course. It was fun, but it was just so busy. We had no time to check out the festival. We had no time to check the festival out for ourselves. That's why last year, when the festival ended, we promised that this year we'd not work at any stands and go around the festival together. Let's have a school festival date next year, we'd promised. I would have thought that it'd be a date competition with fighting like this. I ended up remembering that promise while watching the girls walking excitedly through the gate. What should I do? It's not like I'd completely forgotten that promise until now. It's just that it totally slipped my mind when Mio was proposing this date competition. I can't believe I'd remember it now. Hey Mio, listen, if I apologize now, would you forgive me? Could we both apologize to Hina and have our school festival date together? If we could do that, maybe I should just apologize, though I don't want to admit defeat. If it's just about that, then fucking apologize. Jesus Christ. Listen, Mio. Oh, there she is. The word sorry had been just about to slip out of my mouth. If she just would have taken her sweet ass time. But I followed Mio's gaze to Camellia Lane, where I saw Hina and Yuna-chan walking towards us. So much for that chance, I guess. We're just gonna have to have this competition. I'll go first, alright? I got it. We've just gotta do it. Whatever, I'm prepared for the worst. I'll entertain Hina today. And not have fun yourself, even though you kind of pretend that you have. Same from you. After Hina dropped off her bag in her classroom, just within my earshot, Hina and Yuna-chan were talking in front of the auditorium near the festival stands and exhibits. Mio and I were waiting a little ways away. Yuna-chan was worrying about Hina or something, giving her all sorts of warnings and things. They really are like close siblings. I heard her telling Hina not to let us spoil her and asking if she had enough spending money. Maybe it's more like Yuna-chan's her mom. Lover. Girlfriend. There is no need to be anxious, Yuna-chan. We'll be good as escorts. We're just borrowing her for the day. Everyone who watches Etika, kudos. We'll give her back, don't worry. We tried reassuring her, but it didn't seem to help much. I guess she was worried about Hina. Yuna, what are you sighing for? That's nothing. Have a good time. See you later. Well, Yuna was occupied, so not that bad. Hina said to Yuna-chan, then jogged over to us. Hey, there you are, Hina. You ready? We determined that Mio would go first by rock, paper, scissors, so Mio had the morning and I had the afternoon. Our match was just about to begin, but... Oh, Yuna. Hina suddenly turned around and yelled back to Yuna-chan. Let's go home together after. Hina really is formidable. It's like she's just gonna hang out for a while instead of going on dates with us. Mio's probably not going to have it easy either. Well, it's my turn first. Lead the way. Alright, let's go. With that, Mio guided Hina over toward the auditorium. What do I do with my time until noon? I can't loiter around the auditorium in case I run into the two of them on their date. A nap in the club room sounds pretty good. Is Nina around? And it should be the nap of your lifetime. Okay, so we get both sides of the coin. We get Sonic and Tails. Gali. So Miu first. Everything's gone according to my plans so far. My date with Hina is off to a good start, thanks to my careful forethought. My school festival date with Hina, I was glad I had won rock, paper, scissors against Matsuri to go first. It meant I could plan my date with Hina without worrying about what sort of date she'd had with Matsuri first, and if I were first, I'd get to take Hina around to all places I'd expect she'd enjoy. So I planned this date for more meticulously than the dates I had with Matsuri. I pored over the festival pamphlets, figuring out which stands and exhibits were and what order to go around to them in. And everything's gone perfectly according to my plan today. We headed around the festival exactly the way I'd mapped. All the way, yeah, that's how you have fun. I mean, okay, I know it's a competition, so, and she likes to come prepared and stuff like that. But you know, it's like that's we're gonna have fun from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., from 2 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. We're still gonna have fun, but we're gonna eat, and then from 10:15 p.m. to 3 p.m. we're gonna have fun again. All the way until the barbecue at the end, just as planned. The only thing I hadn't really expected was how much Hina would order. 3 skewers? I thought she'd eat something like 2. It must be true that she really likes meat. I was impressed by her appetite too. She finished those 3 in no time. I ordered 2 and I'm kind of regretting it a little. This meat is pretty filling. Now that we're done with lunch, we can take our time chatting until I have to trade places with Matsuri. Chatting with Hina, eh? All we can really talk about is track and the team. Yeah, not what you would actually talk about with Matsuri, right? The most substantial difference is probably the tension, the pressure too. The tension. I'm answering Hina's question now. She asked what the finals of the nationals are like. The tension you feel, but the tension of all the other athletes too. Everyone's really serious. You feel all that as pressure. You start wondering how much you'll be able to do compared to everyone else around you. I think the best athletes are those that can perform well in those situations. I'll see. Hina's on the track team, so I'm sure she is aiming to get to the Sorry. Ugh, goddamn. To get to the national finals eventually. I bet that's why she asked. Did I manage to give her a good answer? The serious expression on Hina's face was causing me some pressure on my own. A different sort of pressure than the one I was just describing, I suppose. But how do you know? How do you do well? It's hard to perform under pressure, right? Right. I spent a moment contemplating how to best explain my approaches. Well, I start by looking at the general situation, I suppose. My condition that day, the weather, anything I know about my opponents. I come up with as much information as I can and think of strategies using it. It's reassuring when you know what you should be doing, right? Maybe that wasn't the best explanation for Hina then. Yeah, I know what Matsuri's explanation would have been like. Just fucking go for it, just run. It's different for everyone. Matsuri says she just tries to enjoy it. As long as she's having fun, she can forget about the pressure. It's a little frustrating, but it seems like this is more what Hina's looking for. Hina might be similar to Matsuri as an athlete. She's much better than Matsuri, of course. Miya-senpai. Yes. About what we talked about before, switching events. Ah yeah, did you think about it? I want to try middle long distance. I see. I recommended Hina switch to middle and long distance running since her time seemed to have plateaued lately. I told her to think about it, but I really think Hina's personality and nature would be suited to it. I see, so she's decided. I like sprinting, but you told me about middle and long distance, Miya-senpai. You said I'd do well in it because I like running, so I want to try it because I like running. No, that's true. I do think that makes you suited for endurance tracks. Since you have to run for over an hour sometimes when you're doing long distance, you couldn't do that if you didn't like running. You're also very patient, Hina. You think so? Yeah, not like Matsuri at all. Matsuri is definitely not as serious as Hina is. She doesn't have enough endurance or patience, but I know that's connected to Matsuri's explosive energy. For instance, sometimes I'll think up a plan for Edate and then she'll completely ruin the whole thing on some whim. Yeah, because you don't plan... Well, you kind of plan where you want to go, but it's not like you have to plan out the whole entire thing. You know, as I said, you don't plan like we have fun from this to this and then we do this and then we have fun. It doesn't work that way. I want to get mad at her for stuff like that, but sometimes it means we discover new things, exactly, or end up having even more fun on our date than we thought we would. It takes her seconds to come up with things I've never think of. She enjoys that, and she entertains me that way too. On today's date, Hina's been with me for the whole time. I'm confident we enjoyed ourselves, but Hina never told me anything she wanted to do. I can't be so conceited and to think that's because it was perfect. Because I know Matsuri, and Matsuri never fails to let me know that what I'm thinking isn't always for the best. Though I suppose there is no point in thinking about that now. I like running, and I'm patient. Those are perfectly good talents, Hina. You should be confident in yourself. I wonder if I like it enough to run for more than an hour. Well, maybe you should go ask Matsuri about that. I think she's the best person to talk about the joy of running, though she's a sprinter, of course. No matter what event you're doing, I think it's crucial that you really enjoy it. Obviously. Matsuri really likes running, and she has talent for it. I'm sure she surpasses me in both those counts. I've been feeling the difference between myself and Matsuri more and more since we became second years. I was really shocked when I saw definite proof of it in our records. I'm confident that I have better technique than Matsuri, but she still surpassed me easily, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm even jealous of Matsuri when it comes to track events sometimes, but I've never been able to just give up, thinking it's hopeless. I've always desperately clung to her instead. Since Matsuri is really amazing when she's running, you can tell just by watching her. She makes you admire her as an athlete. But there might be a day when she leaves me in the dust. I wonder what I'll do then. Miya-senpai? I'm sorry, I was spacing out a little. All sorts of anxiety, and again, all sorts of anxieties are swirling around inside me. I bet this is why I'm having such a hard time forgiving her. Because I couldn't help imagining the future I want for us crumbling. It's crumbling right before your freaking eyes. I just wanted a little more peace of mind. I just wanted Matsuri to be able to reassure me. But Matsuri sometimes jumps right past the line around my peace of mind. That's part of her charm, of course, part of what attracts me to her. But back then, all I could really think about was how uneasy it made me feel. Maybe I should have been more accepting of Matsuri. Yes, maybe I should have kept it to not now when she wanted to jump out. I couldn't do that, so I must have thought of Hina, who seemed like she'd have more patience. I'm sorry, Hina. That's nothing. We should get back. Alright. Time for Matsuri. We followed the path back to our meeting place and I handed Hina over to Matsuri. Okay, let's go, Hina. Matsuri said, putting her arm around Hina in a deliberate show of affection. The gesture seemed directed at me. If I were the same as I was this morning, I'd probably be getting angry. But now it just hurts. Let's see if it's the same for Matsuri to a certain degree. We're gonna see about that. I'm kind of expecting for them to make up when Hina gives them her, what's the word? When Hina makes her decision to go for Yuna. Well, maybe I got a little too carefree. I was really excited to hang out with Hina, so I may have gotten carried away trying to do everything that looked fun. How much stuff have we done now? Like 10 different things? More? Because of all that, Hina and I have our arms quite full right now. We've both eaten lunch, but we bought a bunch of sweets and stuff too. Well, Hina's got a devilish appetite, so I'm sure she'll be able to finish it all. Guess that's kind of a bad habit of mine. If I think something looks fun, I'll just act, since it's too much trouble worrying about the consequences. Hina's just going along with me too. There's no one to stop me. Mio would have slammed on my brakes at some point. Well, she might have gotten pissed too. Mio thinks up detailed plans before our dates after all. Her plans are pretty fun to stick to. She makes sure to think about the sort of stuff I'd like. My role on the dates is to charge into anything I find that seems like fun. Mio's role is to stop me and get a little annoyed but still hang out with me. Jeez, I can't stop myself from thinking about Mio even though I'm supposed to be on a date with Hina. Yeah, she's just a placeholder. Here, Hina, I got a drink. Pocari, right? Thank you. Sure. Just take your time eating, okay? I thought she'd want something to drink after all the stuff we bought to eat. But I didn't expect her to already be eating by the time I got back. Yeah, Hina's cheeky. She's formidable. Making her senpai go buy you a drink and then eating without her. What a good junior I've got. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was the one who said I'd go buy you a drink. And I really do think you're a good junior. That's what it's like to be a happy senpai, huh? Thanks. I took a seat next to Hina and picked up one of the sweet buns we'd won at one of the booths, tearing open its packaging. We're concentrating on eating for a little while, then... Hey, Matsuri senpai. Yeah. I decided to start doing middle and long distance. Ah, did you? Mio told me a little about Hina switching events before, I see, so Hina agreed with that. Mia senpai said she thought I was suited for it. Oh yeah, if Mia said so, I think it's gonna be true then. But Hina's the one who had to make the decision. Honestly, I'm impressed with her. I've never had to do that, so... It mean giving up everything she'd done up until now, right? And I'd take courage to start trying a different event. She said I'm suited to it because I like to run and I'm patient. I see, yeah, that does make it sound like a good fit. A senpai. What do you think it means to like to run? Huh. Mio senpai told me to ask you. Mio did ask me, What does it mean to like to run? I'm not sure it means anything. How should I answer this? To like running, well, I guess it means that you want to keep running, right? The zoom is great, right? And it feels good to swing your legs like swish, right? What am I saying? So you're going to start endurance running then, Hina. It means you'll be doing more intense stuff than jogging for long periods of time, even while you're practicing. So if you like to run, even while it's tough like that, that makes it better, right? The feeling of wanting to run more, of wanting to run faster. With that, you can get over the tough stuff. Maybe that's what it means? Sorry, I can't explain it very well. That's not true. I bet Mio would be able to explain this. Mio always explains the training programs, yeah? Those are really easy to understand, right? Why you do certain things during practice and what effects each program will have, stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty easy to understand, Mio-senpai. Right, I doubt anybody could figure out whatever I was trying to say, but Mio could just explain it like it's nothing. Sometimes I wonder if she is better than the coach. Aina, Mio's running form is pretty pretty. Really pretty, have you noticed? It's like I anticipated, like both... Well, Mio not as much. Mio was thinking mostly about Matsuri, and Matsuri is mostly talking about Mio. It's because she's figured out the best way for her body to run and actually makes it happen. That's not something I could ever do, since I really can't think about that stuff while I'm running. Mio says it's because we are different types, and I agree with her, but I think Mio's form is beautiful. I really like it. I like how she's worked her way to it. And it's not just her form, you know how much Mio thinks about practice and stuff? She's always talking to the coach about how to train and what programs to run and suggesting ideas she's researched. There's a lot of things Mio's thought up in the current track team's training programs. She did a lot in mod plays during the camp too, leading everyone and thinking about their nutrition and stuff. And I know that's become one of Mio's goals for the future. Mio's always thinking about the future and stuff, like how she wants to be a coach. But she stresses about it, as if becoming a coach is somehow running from being an athlete. Probably starting from right around when she stopped getting better records, she feels like she's averting her eyes from her times. But that's not true, Mio. You're not running away or anything. I think it's just like you to look forward to it. I think it's just like you to look forward. I don't think you'll lose the beautiful athlete part of you just by thinking like that. Maybe I should have told her that, without thinking about how I suck at explaining things. I was only able to get this far because Mio was there, with being captain of the team and other stuff. Mio and I are pretty much opposites in personality, but I thought that was why we were so closely attracted to each other up until that night. I realized that wasn't true when we started fighting, but what about before then? Was our attraction off a bit just that night, or was it before that? Who caused it to shift? Was it me or was it Mio? Either way, we can't stay this way, since without Mio, I bet I'd fallen flat on our face by now. Maybe Hina also realizes that, it's not about her, it's about them. So I really love her, though I don't want to lose this competition. I'm starting to think it's not a big deal anymore, though, just kidding. Hina. I thought she'd gone a little quiet, so I looked over to find that she'd stopped eating and was just sitting still. Is she thinking about something? What should I do? I don't want to interrupt her, so I was just thinking maybe I should think a little more about Mio when I just happened to look at my phone. Oh, it's already this late. We were already approaching the end of our date. Hina, we're almost out of time. We should hurry and finish everything. The two of us stuffed the rest of the food into our mouths. It might have been the hardest thing I had to do in all my hanging out with Hina today. Quite possibly. Right back to Mio. And I hope they're gonna make up after that, because if they don't, it's the best it's the best opportunity right now. Maybe Hina is gonna pull a Nena here. We're gonna see. Matsuri and I were waiting in the corner of the grounds a little ways from the auditorium when Hina ran back over to us. After she'd finished her date with Matsuri, we tried to get her to give us the results of our competition, but right at that moment, Hina had noticed Yuna-chan coming out of the entrance hall and had rushed over to talk to her. We were taken a little aback by that bold move of hers, but I guess she'd finished what she needed to do because she was coming back. Well, this time we'd really settled things. Yeah, hopefully. Well, Hina, one more time. Could you tell us which date you had more fun on? Hina went into thoughts again like she'd done before, but this time her head raced back up swiftly. Matsuri-senpai, Mio-senpai? My heart throbbed for a moment. Music's done. When she'd said Matsuri's name first, but my name soon followed. I love both of you. Those words tied us together. I love you both for the same amount. I respect both of you. Today's dates were a lot of fun. Oh. There didn't seem to be a way for us to come out on top of this. Exactly how even are the two of us in Hina's mind? Another draw, huh? It's kind of frustrating feeling. I'm not sure if I'm relieved or disappointed. But Hina's words continued without regard for my feelings. Matsuri-senpai and Miyo-senpai. Oh, she's gonna pull a Nena, isn't she? You talked about each other a lot during our dates. Well, Miyo not as much. She mostly thought about Matsuri. You talked about Miyo-senpai, Matsuri-senpai, and you talked about Matsuri-senpai, Miyo-senpai. So how come you're fighting? I'm not really sure how to answer that. I know what led to our fighting, but I can't exactly tell Hina that, can I? Now, I don't think Hina's asking for the reason behind our fight. Why? When it seems like the two of you love each other. Right. You seem kind of like you're in love with each other. It's kind of weird. She's right, but I can't tell Hina that. Oh, well, Miyo and I are in love with each other, but... What? We can't tell her that. I adopted my ears for a moment, but Matsuri went on. It doesn't just seem like it, we are in love. There we go. We're going out, we have been for a long time. Wait a second, Matsuri, what are you telling her? I'm sorry, Miyo, but I can't hide anything from Hina anymore. Not when we've caused her so much trouble. Maybe, but... She put up with this stupid fight we're having, right? We can't lie to her after all this. Jeez. Aside, it would be a little painful to lie to Hina at this stage. I felt the same way. In love, really. So I gave up too. Now that Matsuri told her, I couldn't exactly lie our way out of this by myself. Yeah, it's true, but please keep it a secret, Hina. But how? You're both girls, so how? I'm not sure what to say to that. You love what you love, right? It's a difficult question to answer when it's asked like that, but because I'm not in love with anyone other than Matsuri. Oh. Hina's eyes were wide and round. It was the face of a victim of a culture shock. Well, I guess it's more like that now she knows that it's actually okay to love Yuna as well. So maybe she's like, oh, so I can go for it, actually. In love, senpai, you two with each other. You don't have to be that surprised. Oh, now she's thinking about something. Hina's kind of interesting like this. Oh, it seems like she's gotten her thoughts together. She isn't going to suddenly come out with the results of our competition now, is she? What is it, Hina? Senpai, when you're talking to each other, or like when you see each other, when you're thinking about each other, does your heart like feel kind of itchy? Could this be... Aha! Oh, it looks like Matsuri has the same idea. Our eyes met for a second. It was just enough for both of us to agree not to interrupt Hina, to just let her finish. Does your heart get all hot? Do you think crazy things and then go like wah 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 wah? Why is this Xena so funny right now? Not just that. She's so cute. Girls at times like these are so cute. Matsuri-senpai, does that stuff happen to you? About Miyo-senpai? Yeah, it does. Matsuri answered clearly, even holding back her laughter a bit. Her answer was for Hina, but it resonated with me too. What about you, Miyo-senpai? So I need to give her a proper answer too. Yes, I'd kind of forgotten about that lately, though. Oh, harsh Miyu. Of course it is, we're fighting after all. But I feel that way now. Me too. I feel like that now, so Hina. Do you feel that way about me or Miyu right now? Not at all. Ha, I thought so. What a stupid question. I'm sure she knew that, though. Hina's thinking again. Now, will she realize? I hope she realizes that her feelings right now aren't just her imagination or anything like that. The next time she raises her head, will she tell us her answer? Not who won today's competition or anything like that, but that she's realized her feelings. Matsuri-senpai and Miyo-senpai. Ah, yes. Is today's date competition okay as a draw? I suppose. Yeah, at this point I think it'd be worse if we actually picked one of us. If she actually picked one of us. I don't think either of us could really go out with her after this. I like both of you, so it's a draw. And I can't go out with one of you, so... that's right, that's fine. I'm fine with a draw too. Since Matsuri and I aren't concerned about that anymore. Since we've got something we're more interested in now. And that's what Hina will say next. I'm sorry, I have someone else I'm in love with, so I'm sorry. I wanted to tell her well done, but Matsuri burst out laughing before I could get the words out. Ha! Got it, we got it. We're sorry too, Hina, for getting you wrapped up in all this. Thank you for today, you can go home now. Yeah, hurry back, Yuna-chan's waiting for you, right? Yeah, they know, alright. Yes. What a good answer. With that shout, our beloved Hina's face lit up into a bright smile. Bye. Her voice full of energy, upfront, and honest. She bowed her head swiftly, raised it just as swiftly. Spun around and ran off. Straight for the main gate where Yuna-chan was waiting. The two of us had no words, just letting out little sighs together. Stillness, Jesus. Ah, okay, good, nice. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Okay, I was a little bit taken aback right now, but okay, I'm not gonna lose my shit after this. Okay, fine, fine, good shit, good shit. Hina's figure got smaller and smaller until it faded from view. Matsuri and I both broke out laughing, powerless laughs with sighs mixed in. At some point, while we were seeing Hina off, Matsuri had ended up right beside me, even though we'd standing with her between us before. And our hands had naturally found each other too. It had been a long time since I'd felt that similar grip in mine. Well, yeah. Yes, we shouldn't say it, no matter how obvious it is. Hina said she'd finally understood her own feelings, so I want her to convey those feelings straight to the person they are for. That's why we can't say it, even if Hina is not here anymore, even in if the object of Hina's affection isn't here. I want Hina to be the one to call her name. It seems somehow impolite for us to say it carelessly. Maybe it's something like a good luck charm. Seems like a Japan thing. Both of you. Yep. Yep. We both sighed at the same time. We were so completely in sync. All we could do was laugh. At the same time, again, our laughter started up together and faded together. Things got so out of hand exactly. Whoops. But we thought we should both understand each other perfectly, but that's not true. It's a little different. Matsuri and I are both dreaming of the same future. We've promised each other to be together forever, but we approached the dream in different ways. Matsuri wanted to affirm our feelings for each other a little more. I wanted to take our actions a little more carefully. We couldn't realize those differences we had. No, we knew about them, but we were both trying to push our own feelings onto each other. But that's not good. It's not good to try and make someone understand your feelings without trying to understand theirs. Just like we are doing now, like our hands holding each other, my feelings and Matsuri's need to intertwine. We've been going out for so long, together for so long, but we have more work to do, don't we? But we can't do that together. But we can do that together, Matsuri. Pretty much, yeah. Oh yeah. Hina has the exact same crush. So the feeling between Hina and Yuna are mutual. Because Hina is strong, even though she's so small, she never wavers. It might take time, but I'm sure her feelings will bear fruit. No, well. Yeah, since Hina now knows, she can actually ask them for that kind of question. She can actually ask them for advice in that field, actually, yeah. I think. Well, they made up now, so I guess they can have good advice. The two of us laughed again.
もうあんまり時間残ってないけどさ、学園祭見て回ろう。もう一回デートのやり直しでさ。そうね。まだ屋台に何か残ってるかしら。気が抜けたからちょっとお腹空いてきたわ。
It's actually interesting to know, though, that Hina didn't know that he was actually in love with Yuna the entire time. But now that those two basically spilled the beans that they are together, again, even though they are girls, which is a big main thing of this game. So yeah, Hina didn't know before, so now she knows, and that's why she actually confessed right away to Yuna, I assume. Matsuri said, walking off with my hand in hers. I walked with her at her side. Matsuri had a little head start on me, but just a little one. I'll catch up to her right away. We can walk together. As long as I don't let go of her hand. Very nice. Very nice. So they have the date after all. That's pretty good. It's reassuring to know.